Hi, welcome to the Kickapoo Valley Reserve. I may or may not be camping here tonight. I don't know yet. I'm checking out some of the campsites. They're all a little unique. There's no campground. There are individual sites scattered around the preserve. There's two different kinds, generally two kinds. One is a paddle-in or hike-in set of campsites. The other are drive-to campsites. I'm currently at one of the drive-through sites right now, just checking them out. I stopped at the visitor center first, and they gave me a list of what was available tonight. It's $15 a night for a site. You have to reserve them online. It is a state system, but it is not part of the major state system of campgrounds, like the state parks and state forests. So this one is separate and different than that. Right now I am at site O. They are just a series of lettered sites, and each one is different. And this one is right on County Road P, zipping by here. This is the first one I've seen with a picnic table. Others are more primitive, although if you look around, there's no bathrooms here. This is also a trailhead. You may notice over here I got some hitching posts. There are trails all throughout the Kickapoo River Valley Preserve to go and explore. There are hiking trails, there are equestrian trails, and there are biking trails. And this one seems to also be not only a campsite, but a trailhead. So it's not just your site, which would probably be what, we have a fire ring here, but it is also accessible to others. So I'm going to go through, stop at a few sites, let you look at them, decide if this is the kind of place you want to come to. Like I said, 15 bucks a night, and once in a while you might find a porta potty somewhere at a trailhead, but I don't think you're going to find any at a campsite. So let's take a look around. And oh, by the way, I did see at another site that I'm not going to go back to because it is an occupied site. They had another wellhead like this. It says water not tested, filter for purity. So I don't know if you just want to fill them up or not. You might. We're in a pretty remote area that is pretty untouched out here. In fact, the south end of this, and in a future video, is Farge, Wisconsin. And that's where Organic Valley is. In the next video, I'm going to be doing a series of videos south of here, along the Kickapoo, in town, county, or municipal parks, campgrounds. That'll come up next. But for now, we're going to take a look around here. And by the way, there is some major construction going on this summer, and so there's also truck traffic. So the Kickapoo River Valley Preserve stretches basically from Wildcat Mountain State Park. The river runs through that. Just as you hit the south edge of that, it flows through this area that is basically untouched, except Rockton is kind of stuck in the middle of it, and at the south end is Farge. And we're going to explore a couple sites throughout the whole campground, or throughout the whole preserve, and give you a sense of what they're like. Now we're coming up on our next site, It is not as on the road as the others, as some of the others, but it's not far from the road. And I'm going to show you the entrance just so you have a sense of how far off it is. Got a trailhead there. Oops, and that was actually it. Now we're taking you over to here. So there's this trail, old highway trail here. And then this is So is right on the old 131 trail. That's what's running through here and off across the road there. So it is now just a bike trail or an equestrian or a hiking trail. It does not allow electric powered wheeled vehicles yet. So that is still a restriction in this area, so don't come here expecting to use your electric bikes. All right, so I has a substantial parking area, and the camping area is up here. This really feels like a site for a group of people. You'd be lost in here by yourself. But bring a group of friends and go explore from here. Be a great site for that. All right, I am now at site H. Well, there's the road, and here comes a car. Basically what this site is a parking pad, and right now it's not cars, it's trucks. There's a parking pad, a little bit of green space, and a fire ring. A little place to tuck away over there if you want, and a little path running off that way. And I don't see is this is not a place that is like on a trail and easily accessible to anything. So it's a launching pad that you may be able to ride your bike to one of the other trails. So essentially at a site like this, you bring everything. All right, this is site KK. So I have my little parking pad over there and then up into the site itself here. This one is on the Jug Creek Trail. So that's heading off behind my van. Just down the hill here is Jug Creek. And currently out on the highway, you can now see how far the highway is from where that dump truck is backing up, because there is construction this summer there, but you can see off into the valley. Now, partway into the site, there's a little trail off into the woods. Let's check it out. A creek should be down here somewhere. Oh, after a bit through the woods, I'm seeing the creek. It is way down there. Now, site K here, called Jug Creek site, is a little more off the road. This is tucked away. You got to go down Jug Creek Road and then back up another road. You're crossing the river twice, or the creek twice. And there was somebody here. I got a couple great big tent marks in the grass here. But let's see where this trail goes. And this actually brings you down by the creek. Now there's no place to put a tent down here. You got to stay up in the site. Well, you could set a chair right there for the day. Now the road to Rockton is off to the left, and I'll get there. But first, I gotta go straight, because there's another site straight ahead. There's also a place here apparently to offload for equestrian trails. So you can probably park up right here. Now after coming down that gravel road, not too far, but far enough to be away from everybody now. Big parking area here for site Q. And this is the site. This one actually has some trees you might be able to sling some hammocks from too. And something to remember, out here, if the weather is clear, you're gonna have stars just everywhere. But you're also in a land where there is no service of any kind. And you know, when I'm looking at the stars, I actually use Google Sky to help me figure out what I'm looking at. And that doesn't work when I don't have service. Let's see what's through here. Oh, the world drops off out here. I'm going to go mosey down. So there's a meandering creek running through the valley below us, and it's from here. Beyond these trees is probably a 50-foot drop straight down. There is a social trail going straight down over there, but so you can see I'm on top of other trees. Now, being without service out here, make sure you do check the weather before you come out here if there's going to be any storms or anything like that, because you will not get any alerts out here. And luckily, all of these sites so far have been well above the creek level, but this area is known to be prone to flooding in high water years, so be aware. Okay, after some meandering from that last site, I followed that gravel road down. Just figured I'd go down to the creek, followed it back around, and hey, I'm on P. I skipped Rockton altogether. I'm now sort of perched up on a hill here. You can see some beautiful hills around. There's farm fields all over the place too, but I am now at site T. So let's take a look at T. Like I said, farm fields out to the side. Nice little site, but I am really very close to the highway here running through the park or through the preserve. And I don't even see a social trail running off of here because we are way up on the hill. There's no water nearby or anything in this spot, but you'll still see the stars on a clear night. By the way, up to 10 people in the site. You may be along the road, but this site, 10 people, you will not bother anybody. No one will complain if you're loud at night. So across the road from T is this road. Brings you down, it seems like a nice quiet little road, to this little pull off, and this is your campsite. So this is V. So if you're booking V, this is what you're getting. Now, I got a bridge down there. I'm gonna see how close the water is to this spot. So from that site, you can wander down here and enjoy the beach, depending on water flows. The water levels can change greatly. It's actually pretty deep right here, so you can enjoy the water here as much as you want. Now, my last stop on this little tour of the Kickapoo Valley Reserve is Site U. It's very similar to the first one we did. We got a road going by right here, got your site, parking area, your little site over here, but we're also at a trailhead. So others may be using this space as well. But we're going to take a quick look down here. Hay Valley Trail. And we are on Hay Valley Road. So this is a mixed use trail. I got hoof prints, or horseshoe prints I should say, in the trail. We're going to come down to the bridge, see what's going on. Feels very spring-like there. So the next stop north from here, really just the next thing that happens here, is we're practically in Wildcat Mountain State Park. That is just over the hill. Next thing on the road. So I had no idea this place was that connected to it. I'm kind of sorry I didn't know that before. I've stayed there many times. I love Wildcat Mountain. It's a beautiful state park. And I do recommend it also for a place to see the stars. But up there, a few more amenities. You have showers, you have bathrooms. If you want the primitive camping experience, this is the place to go. There's also places along the river if you want that kind of experience. Plenty of camp spots along the river. I believe you may have to reserve those as well. Now, the visitor center offers restrooms and Wi-Fi. So if you find a spot you like and you can't book it on site because you have no service, you can go back down to the visitor center. There's Wi-Fi down there. There's restrooms, things that are missing out here. But if this is the kind of thing you're looking for, bring your friends, bring your own water, bring everything you need to survive out here for a while, because there's not much shopping going on around here. Very limited grocery pickups out here. And come and have some fun in the Kickapoo Valley Reserve. I'll see you in the next one. Get on out there and enjoy these public lands. My next video, I'm going to take a look at some of the municipal parks that you can camp at on the Kickapoo River Valley in the more privately owned sections as opposed to public lands. See ya.